So I went under the bumper in the front and hunkered in with the long lens, and that polar bear was coming straight at me.
Ice is ready, and we are back with another episode of the Empty Netters podcast brought to you by BetMGM. I am your host, Dan Powers, and with me, a lot of people forget this, but I don't. For at least a year of his life, he wore one of those weird little Samuel L. Jackson scally caps. It was a Nike one. It was black and red, and you looked like a fool. Chris Powers.
What? As always?
That's not true. You remember that thing?
That's not true.
You don't remember that hat?
No.
Oh, it's still probably in your archive drawer in our parents' home.
Oh, sorry. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what that hat was.
It was like a little Kangol
what are you talking about? Yeah.
Nike hat. You wore it every day.
Yeah. I had class. Not anymore.
You are ass. Class or ass? You're ass.
Dude, today is a special day.
So one of the most certain I've ever been in my life that I was meant to be best friends with a person.
Yeah. The interview that you are about to listen to is some of the most fun I've had doing this job.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
It was so many things that I love all together.
I know. Taylor Kitsch is on the podcast. Many of you know him as Tim Riggins in Friday Night Lights. He is in Terminal List, Dark Wolf, coming out tomorrow when you're listening to this, 27th of August.
Amazon.
Just a phenomenal award-winning actor, a phenomenal award-winning person doing so many cool things. Talk about hockey, we talk about his career, we talk about his philanthropic work, and just what a good guy he is.
Talk about life.
Talk about life. Don't want to waste any time. Let's get right into it. Please enjoy this interview with Taylor Kitsch.
We are joined today by a Kelowna, British Columbia native who started playing hockey at age 3. He was a point-per-game player for the Queen's Park Pirates.
Yep.
Wow.
He played junior hockey.
Holy shit.
Come on, dude. Played junior hockey in the BCHL for the Langley Hornets, who also played juniors for the Bonneville Pontiacs, the Fernie Ghost Riders, the Southeast...
Keep going. This is going to be the whole interview, gentlemen.
Yeah.
The human suitcase. Keep
The
going.
whole time. The whole
the
time.
Southeast Blades, and the Estevan Bruins.
Nice.
Had a knee injury at 20 that derailed his career when he pivoted to acting, where he's been in countless hit movies and TV shows, been nominated for 13 awards, has won 3 of them. To name a few, nominated for the Critics' Choice Award for Best Supporting Actor in a Limited Series for Painkillers, and won the Gold Derby Award for Ensemble of the Year for Friday Night Lights.
Come on.
But most importantly, he's my D partner.
Let's go.
Taylor
There we
Kitsch.
go.
Welcome to the Empty Netters podcast.
There we go, gentlemen. Thanks for having me. That's an incredible intro, by the way.
How many of those junior teams took you all the way back right there?
Dude, I think this is going to be the majority of this interview, man. It's just like, I have stories for fucking days about Ghost Riders to a line brawl against Weyburn Red Wings. One of my first games for Estevan was a line brawl in Weyburn. I jumped I don't think actually that wasn't the time I jumped the bench, but I think the more east you go, and this isn't like a jab to any of the leagues. Like, obviously I wasn't good enough or didn't do enough to stay in most of them.
Yeah.
But it was like the grittier it got.
Yeah. Oh, that's a fact. That is a fact.
So, and I would go, no problem, for most of the time, but damn. Like, you're looking in warm-up, and you're like, oh, shit, who am I calling out?
Right.
Because it's inevitable.
Oh, yeah. It's going to happen.
yeah.
I promise you it's going to happen.
Yeah.
You also, so many of these teams have such legit names.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
one
my
of the
God.
best rosters I've ever seen. The Pontiacs, the Ghost Riders, the Blades, the Bruins, the Pirates.
Some pretty sick unis, too, Kitsch.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
They had some sick
what
sweaters.
ones? The Ghost Riders are sweet.
Ghost Riders are sweet.
The Pontiacs was great. I think I played 9 or 10 for Bonneville. Oh my God. We fucking, so I was 19 in Bonneville, and I wasn't going to school, obviously. So you had to have a job or do something with your life. And I think Grant Stevenson was my roommate who played for the Sharks.
Yeah.
Great dude. And Eric Lodge was our captain, incredible player. I think he went CIAU or something, but good team, great guys. I remember being like, the coach was like, hey, you guys got bingo night, and then just walks out of the room. And I'm like, new, don't know what's happening. And we're fucking going through, and I'm like, hey man, who's done bingo night here? I guess I'm on board. And then we go, and I'm not kidding, man. You probably can't see 10 feet. There's so much smoke.
Yeah.
So we get into bingo night, and it's like, I was a runner. So someone said like, oh, I won. I'm ripping down this, huge aisle, making sure, clarifying all this. And then I say, yeah, you won or not. So that was like 3 hours of like running up and down aisles in this smoke-filled auditorium. No joke. We had practice the next morning. All three of us coughing fit
on
the ice, like gassed out after the first drill. And you're like, what is wrong with me? But that's one of my favorite memories, man. We had so many laughs up there too.
Oh, dude, I love that idea. Like, you do that, and then 20 years later, you're in Only the Brave, and you're like, this is chump change, dude.
Yeah, no shit.
This training for this was nothing. But man, you started playing hockey at 3 years old, which I love, like any good Canadian boy does. And then I'll tell you, being a suitcase in juniors is impressive. Like, that's not something that happens, and that hit list is crazy. Yeah. But also, I need people to know you were no joke, dude. Like, you were a legit player, putting up unbelievable points. And is it true I want to hear the grind of being on all these teams like you're talking about. But we heard that you got some D3 looks and some offers. Do you remember any of the schools that were barking up your tree?
Yeah, I do. So I had D1, a lot of D1 looks.
Okay.
Bro, when you were a 16-year-old playing junior A, you were completely on the track of like,
you were going pro.
D1 scholarship,
you were
and
going
I might
pro.
make the league. Yeah,
eyes up in trail, man, and it was like the most heartbreaking fucking moment. It was just a fork in the road moment where you're like, oh my god. So I played incredible, and Tim Fraggle and the captain were my roommates, and great dudes, 19, 20-year-old guys. I was fighting, scoring, playing with these guys, had an incredible exhibition games. And then a kid came down who was a local from the Dub. Wade Dubowitz was our goalie, who was on the Islanders. Really great, nice guy. We had a great team. And I was literally like playing the best hockey of my life. And if you've ever been to that Smoke Eater arena, I don't know if they've changed it. It's been a long time, but our dressing room and then the coach's room was right across the hall, and it was like the bleachers. It was like a mini closet.
Yeah, he's Harry Potter in there.
Yeah,
tiny. And we were after just like a morning skate or something, and I thought he was gonna sign me.
Fuck.
And this is like late in exhibitions, and I'd been playing it well, like I said, and he comes in, calls me. I go in there, and he's like, yeah, man, I want to thank you for coming. I want to just, you're a great kid. Go get stronger. Go maybe play junior B. And I was like, what is happening right now? I'm like first on the team in points in exhibition, and I fought the guy you asked me to fight, beat the shit out of him at center ice. I'm 16.
Yeah. Like you're
doing all this.
And you're buzzing.
And it was this kid that came down from the Dub that was a local, and I walked in the room, and I told him, I went to the guys, my roommates, that I was gone, and they literally thought I was joking, and packed my shit, went home, and I was absolutely crushed.
Devastated.
Oh, dude, that's your whole world has come to a screeching halt in that moment. It's horrible.
It really, like, everything does. And when you're like all eggs in one basket, you're 16, you've said your goodbyes to your girl, your best mates. You're like, hey, I failed every class. It don't matter. I'm going pro. It's like everything is online at that point. And then he's like, hey, thanks for coming.
Yeah. That return home is crushing.
Dagger.
Yeah.
A 7-hour drive back to Port Moody.
Oh my God.
That was tough, man. That was tough. But and then the next year they asked me back and I said no way. But yeah, I was a human suitcase forever. I went and played, I think, 2 games with the Ghost Riders, and then they offered good money.
Yeah.
And I was 19. Oh man, I had this fucking. No one knows these stories.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, this is the best.
I had this fucking F-150 Rust Box, gray, dual tanks.
God.
And I think it was, I don't know what that drive was. It was like 10 hours from Bonneville to, what do you call it? Fernie. And so he puts me up in a hotel. I get there. Oh, I had 1 CD for this drive, by the way.
You listened to it 25 times?
What was it?
Oh my God. It's, I'm going to find the song. I can do it. I can give you obviously every lyric. It's a country song, old school. It's about singing under the stars. Dun, 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 dun. It goes, oh my God. I'll figure it out.
You'll get it.
Yeah, you'll get it.
You'll get
it.
10 hours.
And listen to that fucking CD. God knows how many times. And they're like, okay, we're going to pay you like a pretty good rate, whatever, a month and all this. We're waiting for a billet. We're going to cut this kid, blah, blah. But will you play with us? Sign here in good faith. And I'm like, yeah, man, let's go. And oh man. So we went on a fucking road trip. I think it was a back-to-back. We're in their barn, they come to ours. I'm not pumping my own tires, but I laid a fucking kid out so bad there that his stick ended up in like 3rd, 4th row in the fucking building. And then I had to obviously fight. Yeah. But it was, man, I had a good time. And then all of a sudden he's just like, hey, we're not paying you what we promised. And I just packed my shit, drove home.
Bow. Same CD again.
Same CD again. Fernie to back to Port Moody. And then I was like trying to convince other junior teams to give me a try. And that was tough. And then I called, I was like cold calling teams, dude. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, that's so tough.
And then the Estevan coach, who was really good to me, obviously said, yeah, come on out. We got a card for you. And that was a totally different style of stick, for sure. I could skate really well. That was like my biggest attribute. And good shot. But man, I had Brad Haroff. You can look this guy up.
Yeah.
Toughest guy I've ever played with. One of top 3 for sure. He was my roommate in Estevan. He's the coach of Regina, I think.
Yeah.
Oh shit, wow.
Dude, this guy was smaller than me. Hair would cover his numbers.
Holy shit.
And I remember, like, no joke, probably, he was coming up and down from the dub. If I remember correctly, the nicest fucking guy. And I played on his line, so goddamn, how tough was I?
Yeah, seriously.
This guy would skate, and he's, no joke, like 5'10", 165. He would, if I remember, but he was smaller than me for sure. We would play in Flin Flon, which is a gong show.
Yeah.
And we'd had security on our bus. Oh, and I didn't know any of this shit existed except in like Slapshot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And Brad would go by their bench and like literally stop, talk to their heavyweight, and just politely ask him to come over the bench. And I would skate by him and be like, oh my God.
Yeah, like what are you doing?
This is going to be, and obviously a line brawl would break out, but he was just a beauty of a guy, man. And really, really tough guy. And then, of course, I got traded to Manitoba. I think I was right off a reserve, which was incredible.
Yeah.
Man, that was actually some of the most fun I ever had playing. Because at that point, I'm like, shit,
whatever.
Just enjoy it. Yeah. They paid, I think, $1,000 a week or something. And really good people, great. I still am in contact with my billet girl. They became sisters at the time to me. Dak, started with D, their last name, but anyways, they're great people. But we had a fucking blast playing there, man.
Yeah.
And then how I got back to the BCJ was my best mate, still my best mate of 30 years, Neil Clark. He played Cup of Coffee with the Red Wings, which is another great fucking story, which is obviously my team growing up.
Yeah.
And he was a fighter when he was 18 on Langley Hornets, and then played 19 as an assistant captain, I think. And then 20, no one would touch this guy, man.
Yeah, fuck.
Tough guy. And so he ended up getting a full-ride scholarship to Iona College. And he was our captain, really good dude. And he's one of my best mates now. And man, he called Rick Lands, who was our coach. And he's like, we got one. I think you could have like 4 20-year-olds on a team or something at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's like, you got to bring Kitsch in. You'll love him. And I was training like a fucking madman, knowing it's my last year.
Yeah.
And I came out of the gate so hot, fighting. Me and Clarky he would take the heavyweights and I'd take middle heavies. And man, I remember in Chilliwack, I won't tell too many crazy stories.
This is amazing.
No, this is fantastic, dude. These are the war stories.
So we were in the WAC, and there's a guy named Bobby Henderson. You can look him up. He's a coach now, I think. Great dude. His dad's a great hockey mind, great guy. And he helped my older brother out, who played in the WAC, my older brother, who's a sick player. And so we didn't like the WAC. It's 40 minutes away, not even. And they had a shithole barn at the time. No joke. We're getting candy, fucking fruit thrown at us in warm-ups and shit.
Incredible.
Our goalie stopped on the blue line and stretching, eating the Skittles that were thrown at us. Another good buddy of mine, Lucas Friends, and I'm setting this up because it's worth it.
Yeah.
Lucas Friends, and who went to Mankato on a full ride. Beauty of a guy. A bleeder, though.
Yeah.
He has, and he'll tell you even now, he has no right dropping the gloves. So it would be like Clark, me, this kid named Mac Rhines, and maybe another guy that would even like entertain the idea of dropping the mitts. So we weren't a tough team, except for Clarky. And he was the toughest guy in the league. And so we had like some stature, but we're in the WAC and they run our goalie. And I'm in the back corner for some reason. I don't even know why, because I was a right winger and I should have been with my D-man.
Yeah.
But they fucking run our goalie.
Fuck, now you got no choice.
Drops his gloves.
Yeah.
He had no right dropping, but he had to. He knows the code, obviously. He's getting absolutely pummeled by this guy. And he had blonde hair, and it literally looks like you dipped his head in red paint and fucking put him back up. And so I look across my zone, and there's Bobby Henderson. And he's a heavyweight in the league.
Yeah.
And he was a fighter in junior B at 14 or 15 years old. So this kid could fucking chuck him.
Yeah.
I drop my gloves across the fucking zone and make eye contact with Henderson. And I'm like, I gotta go. My girlfriend at the time is in the stands. And I look over and my 2 other line mates, one kid from the Dub, just came down from the Vancouver Giants, will not fight.
Yeah.
The other guy, I won't name him because it's really like, it's fucking sacrilegious what they did.
This is go time, dude.
Skating over to Bobby Henderson, take off my bucket, he takes off his. It's a long skate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got a lot of time to think about it. Yeah.
He's got 20 plus pounds on me. He's a big boy and probably 100 more fights than I had. So I'm like, all right, I'm in one. And it's right in front of our bench. I look over, and those 2 forwards jump over onto our bench.
No, dude. Come on.
Yes.
Oh my
So now
God.
Come
it's
on.
5-on-3. And Clark is on the bench and he's trying to push over the forwards to go fight.
Do your job.
Like, get
He's
out
trying
there.
to chuck him over the back on the. You can't make this shit up.
yeah.
No.
I broke my nose,
Fuck.
and the refs are holding. There's another kid, God bless him, getting absolutely pumped. And Brandon was his name. So we're getting absolutely smoked. You can't even see the hornet on my jersey. There's so much blood on it.
Yeah, you're leaking.
I got
for sure.
I got Bobby well too. And it was more of a draw, I think, and I could be flattering myself. But we're so tired because the refs are holding the other guys. He's like, "Are you fucking good, Kitsch? Are you good?"
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
like, "Yeah, man, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm fucking good."
Yeah, please.
So much blood. And I go down in the tunnel. We had a great trainer. And it's mayhem, right? The crowd's loving and all this. And I'm in the tunnel and the trainer comes and I'm standing there like obviously jazzed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm screaming up into our bench at the two guys that went on to jump the boards.
At the two
Screaming
cowards.
at
Yeah.
them. Yes.
Yeah, like truly.
And so the trainer comes and he puts his
Oh, fuck. I hate this
thumb
part. Yeah.
right here and he's
Yeah.
like, just fucking take a breath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he just put it like it wasn't a crazy break like
Yeah.
Tim Hunter or something, but it was
Yeah.
like you could hear it and feel it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so the beauty was I'm down in the tunnel getting my nose done. And obviously Clarkie's up next.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Dude, he went berserk. Center ice draw. And all I hear it all happening.
Yeah.
And the fans are like the oohing and awing, and then it gets quiet.
Yeah.
Which is like he grabbed
been a
their
death.
toughest
Yeah.
guy, hammers them, goes into their bench, tries to fucking grab their next tough guy and bring him over. And then we had that Mac Rhines kid who was fighting too. And then we lost. I think we got smoked that night. And then we played him the next night.
Yeah. Fuck.
In Langley, no fights.
Yeah.
But-
Everyone's broken, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were fucking broken. I
Oh.
remember having like the best black eyes you've ever seen. And
Yeah,
I'm
for
so
sure.
proud of them.
Yeah.
And dude, I got on that bus and I ripped those guys in front of the whole team
Good.
so fucking hard, man.
Oh, I would have lampooned.
I can't believe they got to
they
play
should have
anymore.
hitchhiked home.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fucking
totally
horrible.
did.
Yeah. So what happened was the kid got cut from the dub. He got snipped, and he was a sick player, but he's just once you do that, and then I think they kept Glenn was the other guy. I won't say his last name, but you know who you are.
Yeah, Glenn.
Dude, going for a change when there's a line brawl
Oh,
going on
Dan.
is some of the most spineless shit I've ever heard in my
Unacceptable.
life. That
It's
is awful.
unacceptable. In the whack, too. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
of all places, this is a rival you play 8 times.
Yeah,
Right, dude. Come on.
So
crazy.
that's one of my favorite, craziest. My girlfriend was bawling her eyes out, by the way.
Oh, of
That's
course.
why I mentioned, she's fucking sideways.
Yeah, she sees the blood on the jersey and she's like, he's dying.
Yeah,
he's
it's
literally
all over.
bleeding
I'm
out
dead.
there.
I'm dead.
It's ridiculous.
And even Bobby, the next time I saw him, he was like, "That's a hell of a tilt." That was great.
That's when you know it was,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, when you're getting the respect from the other
Yeah, when the other
combatant.
guy is
yeah.
like, "Goddamn, nice pull."
It's like, holy
yeah.
shit.
But
Kitsch,
yeah,
I don't.
man, it was such a journey, and I think with all that, you hear how stubborn I am, man. I just won't quit, and that's
Yep.
really shaped me for my career, man. I
There you
was
go.
always the guy that just outworked or outprepped or whatever it is, and no contingency plan after that. After I went and started studying acting, so. Yeah, that was the journey, man. I owe so much to the game, man.
Ah, God,
Dude,
so
it's the
awesome.
best. It's the greatest school you can go
Yep.
to. There's no doubt
It
about
really is.
Yeah, it really is.
It really is. And it's the cliche of the losses is what shapes you, but it's truly the downs that it's what you're capable of,
Yeah, no doubt about it. I
yeah.
don't want you to dish any trade secrets, but I do have to ask. Can you share with us your lace secret, your skate lace secret?
Oh, yeah, of course. Did I tell you How do you know this?
Dude, we go deep, brother. We go deep.
Fucking right. So any kids watching this, I love a tight skate up top. And so when you tie up your laces, you go once through and around. All you got to do to keep them that tight the whole game, go twice around and then do your bunny ears.
Yes, dude.
Okay.
How this could change everything.
Hold that, and obviously I use wax laces. I don't.
Yeah.
Have to.
Come on. But yeah, that was the way, man. I still do it.
Was this just trial and error, or did someone teach you this?
Someone it goes all the way. My dad wasn't around, so I had usually the coach or someone tie my skates when I was super young.
Yeah.
And he did it and taught me that, and I kept it ever since, man.
It's fucking huge.
It's epic. And
Yes.
dude, I heard it worked you can do this on your dress shoes at weddings.
Yeah, do it on my dress shoes, my moto boots.
Yeah. Dude.
Fuck yeah.
No brainer, dude.
Yeah.
No brainer.
There's nothing worse than an untied
Yeah.
shoelace. So
Yeah,
we're
oh my
cutting
God.
this out. It's huge.
And dude, you like we said at the top, obviously you got to do Team Lemieux with the All-Star Celebrity Shootout.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
Yeah, dude. And you got we saw the one-on-one you had with Wayno.
Yeah.
And
Come on.
dude, and you're boys with a bunch of the guys, but you're sitting on Hank's pod. We did the LA skate this past year
Yeah,
for
which
the
was a
Wildfires
blast.
charity.
that
Dude,
was so fun.
How cool has it been that when you kind of go, okay, I'm done playing juniors, that part of my life is over? How cool has it been to kind of have
right.
hockey come back into your life so fully?
More fucking stories. I love this shit, by the way. I never talk about this. Obviously, that top 100, it was the Century game or
Yeah.
something. Remember that?
Yeah, it was insane, dude.
So sick.
So I had Yuri Curry on my right and Larry Robinson on my left in the
casual.
dressing room. And Robitaille's a good friend. He's an amazing guy. You guys know.
Yeah.
No, Luke's the best.
He really is, man.
Yeah.
And he should be way cockier, to be honest.
It's all so true, actually.
So
the way he
here's
walks
a good
around
little
LA.
anecdote. Obviously, Yzerman was my everything. And so he asked me to play in the 100-year anniversary of the game. And it was God knows how many Hall of Famers in that game, right? I think it was in the 20s.
It was insane, dude.
Oh yeah.
It was so crazy, man. And I still talk to Pronger all the time, and who's sent me a Canada jersey that's downstairs, all signed from the Olympics. So Luke calls or texts, and he's like, "Hey, here's the Century game. Are you interested?" And I'm like, "Is Yzerman playing?" And he's like, "He's not committed yet, but we're trying."
Yeah.
And then I'm like, "Well, let me know if Yzerman's playing, and I'm probably in."
Yep.
And he's like, "Are you serious?" And I'm like, "Luke, I'm probably in, obviously, but I'd love to play. If Yzerman's in, can you please make him on my team?" And I'm fucking in.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Okay, I'm getting back to you." And he sends me a few weeks passes by and asks me again. I'm like, "All right, I'm in, but is Yzerman playing? What's going on?" And he goes, "You do know I'm the highest scoring right winger to ever play the game, don't you?" And I go, No, I know, but is 19 gonna dress?
Yeah.
And just this back and forth
It's
the
amazing.
whole time. And so he obviously didn't. And I was in warm up, and Ray Bork pokes the back of my knee, and he's like, "Shit, kid, you can skate. Where'd you play?" And I'm
that
like,
feels good.
"Oh my God, I'm telling this story." And I'm like, "You don't want to know." But I'm Canadian, so I had no choice to learn to skate early. And he just started laughing. And then Sakic was really sweet. And then Niedermeyer, who's one of my idols growing up, I gave him a sick apple on his goal. And he was a beauty. And then Robinson didn't know I could play in the dressing room right when I sat down.
Yeah.
And he's rooting through his bag. Nicest guy. And obviously a fucking legend. And he's like, "Do you know about the double sticks tape?" And I'm like, kind of pacifying the conversation.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Listen, tape your stick with this is going to change your game forever." And I'm like, if Larry Robinson's telling me to tape it with this, and I'm like, I don't use black, but you have white double-sided. He goes, no, you're going to use black.
Yeah.
And so I tape a bit of my stick with it, and he's like re-engaging later. He's like, I told you I was right, wasn't I?
yeah, it was all a tape.
I changed your game.
Sticky tape, and I was like, it's just a good story. But they were so nice, and Lemieux was incredible. That was legendary, man. It's been incredible to like get a call from the NHL and be like, hey, will you interview Gretz? Or I've got all these right here, about 40 signed Gretzky cards.
Oh, fucking A. Let's go.
Literally all in here. There's probably 25 signed ones in there. I got 4 Gretz jerseys. He's such a gentleman. God, he's been nice to me. And anyways, I'm going to go one more story, and it's unbelievable. So after the game, I'm in the box watching the actual All-Star game, and I'm like probably 4 beers in.
Yep.
A little buzzy, and there's no bathroom in the box, and I open the door, and Steve Yzerman is there.
Oh.
Just like this, about to knock. And I was buzzed up enough.
You just hugged him.
I was going to say, you just grabbed him.
And I was like, why the fuck didn't you skate? I didn't say anything before that.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh yeah, come on in, man. Come on in. And he was with his wife and one of his daughters. And we ended up talking forever. And he was just an amazing guy. And he's like, man, if I knew it meant that much to you, I would have skated. And he's like, I did see it. I went up to Forsberg, who was a legend when I was growing up. Obviously, I fucking hated Colorado.
Yeah.
Being a Red Wings fan, but it was. I went up to him and those crazy blue eyes and just that beard, and he started taking it like seriously the last couple shifts because we were down.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still a weapon, eh? He's in great shape still. It's crazy.
Just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I went up and I was just like, hey, man, I'm going to put my ego aside and just say, I just grew up watching you. You're a legend. And he's like, I'm sorry to disappoint. And I'm like, no, man. I'm not saying that. It's just these guys were the best in the world.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And this is, I think, why Yzerman didn't skate either, because they hadn't played in 4, 5, 8 years. And they're like, they're not the same player. And it's I don't know. I get it, though.
Yeah,
you know?
Same. Yeah. But they can't get what it means to us to even see them. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care. I don't need anything. Just be on the same sheet. I just wanted
one sauce over to Stevie.
Can you
Y,
imagine?
Man.
Oh God.
Dude.
God.
I texted him this year, and it's unreal. I got all the Red Wings gear for. I think I was wearing Red Wings. I was wearing Red Wings glove in our game.
Yeah, you did. You had those red gloves on.
So I'm all Red Wings out now. I have all head to toe. And I sent him my new pants and all this video. And I'm like, if you want early 40s washed up D-man that'll fight anything that moves and blocks shots on the Red Wings, let me know.
Yeah, I'm in.
And I'll sign a fucking PTO. It's okay.
Yep.
And he goes, just as a legend, he's just like, the Red Wings plane is en route. Send your address. Just a legend, man. Just such a good dude.
It's so awesome.
That shit means a lot to me, man. I think to play in that charity game was incredible. Obviously, I got a lot of friends that lost houses there. And for my manager, didn't lose it, but she was booted out for a while. And obviously Pratt, Teller, these guys. But yeah, to be a part of it and to go skate around with other legends and raise money, come on. We had a blast.
So cool.
We had a
fucking blast.
It was
so
such
fun.
a good event, and it was put together so quickly, and it was so unreal. It's similar to your Bork story. We go out for like the wheel around skate, and then we went into the team room and gassing some beers before we went out. And Steve Carell came up to me and he was like, "Hey, I gotta ask, like, is this stuff fun for you guys? Like, do you enjoy this, or is it like kind of annoying?" And in that moment, I realized Steve thought that I was an NHL guy, and I was just like, "No, it's so cool, man! Like we love it doing this stuff for you guys." Yeah. I was like, "Oh God,
I could do,
yeah.
Could do for you."
I was like, "That was an ego boost."
So
love
funny.
that,
The best.
Oh, dude. Well, I mean, it's like it's so interesting looking at how elite your career is, especially when you know how important hockey was to you. Yeah. And like you said, you go off to New York, you get into modeling, you get into acting school, but you had a grind, brother. Like your stretch was insane. I mean, you had those stories of sleeping on the subway until the security guard kicked you off. And then you get into you get a couple of good breaks, and then Friday Night Lights comes around, and like I was saying, our mutual friend Scott said that your tape was the most chills moment of all time that he's ever seen, because you delivered you delivered the Texas Forever line. Yeah. So what was that feeling of relief like for you when you were like, you leave the game of hockey, you decide to dabble into this new world, which is, let's be honest, as competitive as elite level hockey. And after what looks like, you're like, Jesus Christ, am I fucking homeless? And then all of a sudden you land this role. What was that feeling?
And were you truly drinking Lone Star during the tape?
Yeah.
Is that a true story?
100%. 100% I was. I think it was a tall boy too.
Yeah.
And obviously Pete Berg, who directed, I've done like 6 or 7 projects with, he loved it. And he still has the tape. I haven't seen it since I sent it out. But man, that journey... Again, it goes to like the lack of contingency, the stubbornness, being that young and not really, there's no time to be like, woe is me, because you're still young, energetic, and you're like, all right, this is part of my fucking journey. And then I was homeless, and a guy named Chris Forberg said, he's like, okay, you've actually been in class for 6+ months and you're taking it seriously. There's a manager that would be interested in repping you. Do you want a meeting? And I'm like, of course. Like, fuck me. Let's go. And then 10 minutes into this meeting, she was like, okay, what do you want to do? Like, what, if you could be anybody that you look up to, or what kind of career? And I just like, I want to do character-driven character movies that are like worth telling, stories worth telling. Indies all day.
Yeah.
And that was kind of, the rest is history. One person believes in you, gives you that opportunity, and then you make the most of that opportunity, And that's kind of been the whole story. And I think even now, man, it's like, I feel I'm really, really proud of the career and the journey and all this, the ups and downs and what I've done. But it's like, I'm prepping for a role that starts in 8 weeks, and you're still scared shitless, and fuck, it keeps you so honest, man.
Yeah.
And it's like a little $7 million movie, but it's going to be a banger. And I'm like, to sign on to that is just like, I've got the book right here. It's based off this book, 11 Days in Hell, but it's a true story. But I'm proud, man. I'm proud of it. And the grind doesn't really stop. It's
Dude, Kitsch, didn't you say, I think you said it was Jeff Bridges maybe, who told you like every day I still wake up telling me, expecting the call that's like, you're done here.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We were shooting Only the Brave, and Brolin's turned into an amazing guy, amazing friend for me. And he helped me. My father died when I was doing American Primeval. And he was almost my glorified neighbor on just down the street in Santa Fe. And no joke, man, that guy has 2 beautiful daughters right now that are pretty young, and Kath, his wife. And I would show up to my house, and he'd be waiting on my stoop just to chat.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And we'd just sit there. He's sober, and we would sit there, have a couple waters by the fire, and just chat about it and what's going on and all that. So he was an amazing influence and still is. And Bridges, man, it was me, Bridges, and Brolin in between our trailers one night. And we were just hanging out. And Bridges was like, man, I don't know, man. I don't know if I got it anymore.
We got to talk about BetMGM and the unbelievable action they offer if you sign up and you use promo code NETTERS. So what I need you to do is you download the BetMGM app, and then you use promo code NETTERS. then, oh, brother, don't even get me started. If you make a bet and it wins, congratulations, you've made a great bet. If you make a bet, your first bet, and it loses, you can get up to $1,500 in bonus bets. And you can bet on all kinds of stuff. I know hockey's not back yet, but it doesn't matter. Baseball is firing. Football's back like in a week or something. I think football starts in a week. I can't believe it's Labor Day, but I think football starts in a week. We've got soccer back. Basketball's coming soon. There's so much stuff. Golf, Ryder Cup, blah, blah, blah. Unbelievable. So check out all the boosts, all the tokens, all the promotions that they've got cooking. One of my favorites is Big Fly Friday. You pick a guy to hit the longest, the deepest moonshot of anybody on Friday. And if you do it, you get your share of 50 G's in bonus bets. How about that? So go download that app right now and get in on the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY from New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 for Massachusetts. 21 plus only. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP for Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF for Iowa. 1-800-981-0023 for Puerto Rico. First bet offer for new customers only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. See BetMGM.com for terms. U.S. promotional offers not available in New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico.
And you're like,
what?
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
You don't think you got it?
Yeah, and ironically, he was nominated that year for Hell or High Water, I think.
That's right.
And just a fucking legend. Really, really sweet man. And obviously just has his camera on set all the time, taking these beautiful black and whites. And he wants to talk music all day. He sings actually in that show, but great guy. Connolly was awesome. James Badge Dale is still a really close friend. He's a fucking incredible actor. I'm trying to get him to trying to work with him every chance I can. So that was a great. Joe Kaczynski, who directed, is a good friend. But yeah, man, that was a great fucking time.
Yeah, I bet. It's interesting. You know, looking back at the Friday Night Lights days, you've said a few times that era is some of the most free you've ever felt working, because you didn't give a shit about the ratings and all that. Why was that?
I was ignorant to it all. Obviously we didn't have these every 10 seconds getting on social fucking media, which was huge to not have.
Yeah.
You're just, Pete set a real great example for the crew and cast to be free and take ownership of your character, and the precedent he sets with improv and lack of rehearsals to keep things alive and natural lighting. So you go to set, no rehearsals. You got 3 roaming cameras at all times. You're in the fucking Riggins house, which is like no joke. We've had to like cut half a day because they had to smoke it out because of bugs.
Yeah.
Like it was legit disgusting in there.
Yeah.
And people were getting sick. And it was like, it's the true Riggins house.
Yeah.
And it's like the freedom to be like, you know, I love a prop. I love an activity when I'm working. And it's like, obviously Riggins is drinking 24/7 for the most part. So I would always have either a football in my hand or a beer or pouring a beer. And no one is there to be like, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if you should be doing this or that. We had no policing, no real like, 90% of the time the writers weren't around because it was in Austin and they were in LA. And so it was just so free in the sense of creativity. Our camera crew had the utmost freedom for the most part. I would do a scene with fucking Seven Saracen and be like, hey man, I'm just going to do push-ups in this scene. I'm going to do this whole scene doing fucking push-ups. And he's like, okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing the fucking scene, just doing push-ups when we're talking about hunting or something. And it's like every scene, it was like improv. And that's where 30 or 7 and 6 came from, is the hockey lingo.
Yeah,
totally
you know what,
did.
man? When the first time I watched that show and you were throwing 7 and 6 around, I was like, I wonder if Taylor played hockey. Yeah. And that was the first time I looked it up and I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Yep. There you go.
Yeah, obviously Texas Forever was written. The No Regrets is me. When I think we're in Mexico and I'm on the bed whining that we haven't gotten drunk or this is no fun. I want regrets or something.
Yeah.
That whole little monologue is improv.
Well, dude, you let out a few hockey lingos. Like you mentioned it earlier, like when I think you're talking to to Billy and you say Rip Club, which is very much a hockey thing.
Oh, dude.
And I was like,
killed me, Dan.
I was like, whoa, what the fuck? He just said Rip Club. This is fantastic.
Derek Phillips is still one of my better friends still, man. He's a beauty of a guy, and we just loved working with each other. I got him in Terminalist season 1.
Yeah.
Little role in that. He's a great character actor, great dude, and we just loved working with each other and push each other. There's a fucking scene I'll tell you real quick about where he's shirtless eating at the island in the house, and it's a big episode because it's Riggins' dad. And I come into the fucking living room, and he's been like dieting and working out a bit and this and that. He probably down to like 3 Mountain Dews a day because he would hammer Mountain Dews and darts every fucking chance he got. And so I walk in. We're filming this scene. And I think someone puts eggs on the table or something. He's eating breakfast. And I go into this tangent that's unwritten, being like, Billy, I can't eat this food. Your body's disgusting. This is a fucking joke. Go put a shirt on. And he's looking at me, not even as Billy Riggins anymore. Derek Phillips is looking back at me like, you son of a fucking bitch. How did you? And so we call cut, and he's like, really? You're gonna fucking just oust me on TV? And I was just like, that's the kind of relationship we had, man. He's such a great dude, but that was an amazing time, and you will never have that back, It's
fuck.
Lightning in a bottle. Everyone was on killing it within their role, and the freedom and the lack of like critics. We were being told every other fucking day we're going to another network, or this is our last episode, or you're always like, all right, just make the best of it. Let's just have fun and enjoy it. And I think that comes through.
Yeah. It's like you said too, it's the stage in your career, the age you were, the era without so much social media, and how amazing that whole process was. That was lightning in a bottle. I can imagine. It's like, and you're right. It sucks to say, it's like the specifics that will never happen again.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, and that shit, I wouldn't be sitting here without FNL, So they've asked me to come back, but Pete knows the answer. Jason Kadams, who's the showrunner, I think he's show running the next one, and he pitched a great pitch, and I love those guys, obviously, but it's just not the challenge I'm looking for, and it just doesn't. It feels like we ended on a great note, and you'll just never get that magic back again.
Yeah. Absolutely.
No, I hear that for sure.
Kitsch, you talked about this with Hank a little bit, so sorry to ask you again, but I just think it's cool. You are a self-proclaimed, but I'm here to make it official today, a professional photographer. It's pretty awesome what you're able to do. And we, like we said, grew up in Maine. A lot of our buddies are hunters up there, and I was just never interested because I didn't like the end result. But listening to you and reading a bunch of stuff from you, the way you track the animals, and you have like 5-second window to get this shot, has me so intrigued. So what about that especially, but just nature in general, speaks to you so much?
Yeah, man. It's changed my life. I mean, I grew up in a trailer park that was surrounded by mountains, and my mom had 3 jobs, 2 older bros, and so I would be by myself a ton, and which shapes a lot of you, as you know. You're 9, 10 doing your own laundry, playing road hockey, as many kids as you can find, and I'd literally go door to door and hit the other single wides and see if they want to come play stick.
Yeah.
That was my upbringing. We had 2 frozen ponds like 100 yards away, which was incredible. That's where I learned to skate. And but nature to me, man, it's a savior. It really does help me clear my head. It's I say 1 every 40 times I'm out there in the Madison Valley or wherever backcountry tracking wolves. It's more about you're going to get an encounter 1 every 40 times, is what I'm saying. But it's like, it's more about the chase and being in the moment. And if you're lucky enough to have a moment with these wolves, it's the high is more than anything I have in my life. It's a beautiful thing to be. I've been this far, man. I've been 2 feet from a wild wolf that's never seen a human being. And it's almost pissed himself, barked at me, and ran up the mountain.
Yeah, God, that's
Then
so
the rest
crazy.
of the pack
It's
joined
insane.
and barked at me while I was trying to get a shot. But it's like, this is a crazy photo I'm going to show you. But this is a pack. This is wild wolves, 7 weeks old in the backcountry. And I think you can see them there.
Oh my God,
Oh my
dude.
God.
But
Look at those eyes, dude.
Yeah, is that
I know.
real?
Yeah, they're all born with blue eyes and deaf and blind. And then they started obviously seeing at 6-7 weeks. And that was one of the moments of my life, man, that was like, we're literally walking around this one area, backcountry, and we heard whimperings. And we weren't even on wolves. We had no idea where they were. And they want a water source, den close to the water source. And so we were around this little creek and we heard this whimpering under this sage. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. And then I called my buddy over and there's 8 pups that were waiting. And we just stood back for like less than a minute. And I had my 35 mil, which I never track with because it's always long lens. And lucky enough, I had that fucking 35, and that was a moment I'll never forget. And their first howls was incredible.
Yeah.
But I went and done polar bears up in Churchill, Manitoba, which I highly recommend. There's an amazing guide up there named Drew that's fucking incredible. But wolves, I got to learn. So I get, Montana, they say there's 3 things you shouldn't talk about. It's wolves, religion, and politics. And obviously wolves are, pretty polarizing here. But I get to work. I'm lucky enough to understudy and work with the world-renowned biologist named Mike Phillips. Mm-hmm. And he reintroduced the wolves into Yellowstone in 95. And then I get to work with his right-hand man named Doug Smith, who ran Yellowstone wolves for 29 years. And so I'll go on Ted Turner's ranch, which is incredible, 114,000 acres.
Damn. And
he's an incredible conservationist. And Mike Phillips runs this ranch for him, his foundation. And I'll go, it's called the Bear Trap Pack, the pack of wolves on his ranch. And we'll go out there and just sit, and he'll have a cigar and he'll just tell me all and everything I need to know about wolves and what's going on and what's happening. And then he'll be like, oh, wait. And the Bear Trap Pack will just start howling. And you're sitting on this lawn chair, creek or feet in the creek, and you're just like listening to these howling wolves. And I got 70 years of experience teaching me.
Yeah, shit.
So it's been incredible being in nature and doing that, man. You guys, I'll tell you, and I mean it, if you guys want to come track, you're more than welcome to come. And you need a few days because it's so hard to figure out where they are. But if we can get into them, I promise you we'll get as tight as we can. And
so down.
Yeah, it's the easiest sell of my life.
So down.
Easiest sell of my life.
What's best,
and then
winter?
What's that?
What's best, winter? So we can see the tracks?
Winter's incredible.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's easier to track when it's blanket of snow and white. But early, when they have the pups, it's pretty good too because they got to be pretty active to feed them. And wolves can eat up to 21 to 2 pounds in a feed because they got to take it back and feed the pups. But so they're pretty active, and you still have snow on the ground, and it's not fucking minus 400.
Yeah. Fucking. And we said earlier I'm a bitch, so
Yeah,
that might
I'm
be
in.
Okay, so spring it is.
Yeah.
Oh my God, either would be amazing. Well, dude, it's like your passion for nature and the outdoors and things like this, I feel like translates also to your passion in characters with all the projects you do. And we named a bunch, but if you have iconic roles in things like Waco, True Detective, Primeval, like you mentioned earlier, which by the way, is it true you had a shattered bone in your foot during the filming of that?
It was hell.
Like, are you telling me you were out here riding banana bread with a broken foot?
Yes, you guys did your fucking research. I appreciate that. Banana bread was unreal, by the way. I had Rio, banana bread, sombrero, and I can't remember my 4th horse, but Yeah, man. I was doing, when I go into that skinning camp, and so that was a crazy sequence and a lot of rehearsal, and it just a stunt gone wrong, man. And the guy landed on my foot, and we called cut, and it's probably a 30-40 second action take, which is a lot. And
did you know immediately?
Yeah, I had a shooting pain up my groin, and I looked to his name's Papa Dashnaw, or legendary stunt coordinator. His son JJ Dashnaw has been with me since Battleship, actually. He was my guy on Lone Survivor, Waco, Battleship. Man, he's gonna stunt coordinate this next movie, but he's a great dude. And I went up to Papa Dash, and I was like, dude, my foot's broken.
Yeah.
And he looks at me and he goes white in the face. He goes, Kitsch, don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with me like that. And I'm like, it's broken.
Yeah.
Something's wrong. And then the medic, they call the medic, and I finish the sequence.
You're a fucking animal, dude. You were an animal.
2 hours. And he literally takes me into my trailer and he sprays biofreeze on it. And I'm like, no, it's broken.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard me. The bone is broken.
Yeah. And so I go to Bozeman, come back home, foot specialist. He goes, okay, it's going to heal on its own. You're in a boot for 6 weeks. Fine. Go back to work, shoot for 6 weeks. And then I'm going to get the boot off and get the full green light for more stunts and all this stuff. And he takes the x-ray and he's like, what time is it? It's 11 a.m. I need you in surgery by like 1.
Dude.
And I'm like, don't fuck with me.
Yeah, seriously.
And he's like, I got it the next morning. And he called me and he's like, do you want a pin in it? And that may not take if you're going to be moving around a lot. Or I cut it out and we do bone wax. And I'm like, cut it out, man.
Yep.
And so we cut the bone out right here. I'll move up. This whole bone from the top of your big toe down is gone.
It's just gone.
It's just fucking gone.
That's crazy.
Get it out. Get it out. That's what you got to do sometimes.
So, yeah, that was tough, man. And then I was obviously in a boot for so much of it. But that role was kind of my Braveheart. I learned a lot about the Native community. I was doing a lot of Native sweats, which was incredible. I started this nonprofit, and we put a sweat lodge up there with the shaman that taught me a shit ton for primeval. I went down to the Shoshone reservation in Wind River and was lucky enough to talk with some elders and really, truly kind of embrace that community. And more importantly, they embraced me, which is incredible, man. So it's a lot of that is sunk in. I got crazy stories about that, and it helped me a lot with my dad passed. I was fly fishing up in West Yellowstone and got a call, and he had 48 hours left. So I booted up to Kelowna and had a day and a half with him, really, and he passed on Father's Day.
Oh, wow.
And then I was back on set Tuesday morning. And I don't know if this may be where you got the story about banana bread, but Pete came up to me and he was like, hey, it's the scene with Bridger at the gate.
Yeah.
And he's like, Kitsch, you want banana bread? Do you want to walk in with banana bread? Do you want to be on banana bread or no banana bread? And I'm like, I want to ride him in. And so we have Wranglers with all the horses, obviously. And he sends the Wrangler, I think his name's BJ or AJ, really good dude. And he was incredible with me, man. He would off camera be under the horse, pulling me off the horse. And so he would take all my weight. So 50% of the time, me getting off the horse, there's a 6'6" cowboy under that horse, grabbing my boot and letting my boot he's taking my weight.
Yeah. God,
but
what a fucking
anyways,
weapon.
I fucking had a moment on that set and broke down for like 30 minutes. And a lot of the guys didn't know it just happened on Sunday at like 3, he passed. And, really, really beautiful crew. A lot of guys that were older came up to me and told me their stories about their father. And Pete was great. And yeah, man. And this whole thing, to go full circle with it, just learning a lot about the Native community, and everything is kind of circular and full circle and has a meaning. So it allowed me to mourn them the way you should, you know? So it was a beautiful experience, if you can call it that. And that show will always hold a heavy piece. For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, I bet. Almost a bit of a blessing to be on that set with that community during that time.
Truly. And, you know, the first AD was amazing. They sent me home after that because I was kind of a mess after that scene. But when I broke down, I got to my trailer. I broke down around like 2:30, whatever. And I got to my trailer and I looked at my phone. It was my oldest brother, Damon. And he's like, my dad raced cars and was a big bagpipe player, incredible player. And I saw him twice my last 19 years, the last 19 years. And he said his race name, basically, we called him Gooey.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my whole upbringing, it wasn't Dad, it was Gooey.
Yeah.
And so he's like, Gooey got cremated. And the exact time he got cremated is when I fucking went down on set.
Holy shit.
So there's all these crazy parallels.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was an incredible time, man. That one was a heavy one. And again, I'm playing a guy mourning the loss of my family.
Yeah, seriously.
So yeah, it was, life imitating art and vice versa.
Yeah. It's amazing. Well, I mean, I do want to get into, you've got the amazing character of Ben Edwards coming back. Dude, Terminalist is a banger of a show.
Yeah.
And we're getting the prequel story, Dark Wolf. You're getting to revisit that character. Something you said that I loved is you really like taking roles that scare the shit out of you.
Yeah.
And that's such a powerful quote and message. And what is it about this character that you wanted to revisit?
I think it stands from alone, right? I don't think anyone will top, you know, if you're playing a SEAL, to be able to play Mike Murphy. And I'm super close with the Murphy family.
Yeah.
Dan Marine, Johnny, the extended family. They were at the premiere in New York, which was fucking awesome. It's really the community, you know. We're shooting this in Huntsville, this next movie, and Marcus Luttrell lives, you know, an hour away, not even. So Marcus is like a brother to me, man. He's the lone survivor, and he's so I'll be on his ranch a shit ton while we're shooting this.
That's
but
sick.
Anytime, you know, you can play, and obviously Edwards is just so different, and there's so much more stories to tell. And I think with Ben, when they pitched me to bring him back, obviously it came out of fucking nowhere, right? Like, I signed a 1-season deal. We know what happens at the end of season 1. And so when they called me, it was Pratt and DiGilio, the showrunner, head writer, and they're like, what do you want to do? Like, are you interested? Like, you got carte blanche, right? It's not in the books. And what kind of story do you want to tell with Ben? And it was really about shining the light in the dark and the repercussion to service. And I take a lot of pride in that. And I think that's where we go with Ben. You start to see the cracks, and you start to see, like, how myopic this motherfucker really gets when he's in the fight, and everybody, and I mean everybody, is falling at the wayside of him, and he's still just moving forward. And I love that, and I love playing that part of him. He's not a Captain America kind of SEAL. He's very fucking flawed. He's kind of a mess, and he knows it, but I think he's still incredibly loyal and is a brother, and that's what's paramount to him, and that's kind of his North Star for the most part. And he makes mistakes, and you're gonna see it. And I think the way he fights and how there's some beautiful scenes in there. As much as this action is incredible in it, we have some beautiful scenes that I think that community will hopefully see eye to eye with and relate to, really.
Yeah. That's the fucking best, man.
So
I can't wait. That's coming out the 27th, I think.
So,
right?
Yeah,
So,
27th. Yeah. The first 3 come out, and then it's 1-1-1-1.
Yep.
But we're all so proud of it, and you got to tip the hat to everybody involved, really, of just like, obviously, when you start a series, there's growing pains. And we learned so much from season 1. So we were lucky enough to kind of hit the ground running in our season. And I know Pratt's doing True Believer now. And I've seen a shit ton of that, and that looks fucking insane. Yeah. The scope of True Believer, I will say, is out of control.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's awesome.
And we're like, we go into like the spy espionage of it. We're in Budapest, Switzerland, Germany, in the show. And I love that part of it. Like, that's a cool part of it too. Like,
For sure.
I grew up loving Bourne.
Yeah.
Yes, dude. Fuck yeah.
So when you get to be that guy in just regular clothing, getting in a fucking crazy shootout in this tunnel in this epic city, it's no acting required. It's just so fun.
So sick.
Yeah, it's electric.
Yeah.
Well, Kitsch, we're going to play a quick game with you before we get you out of here. But just before we do that, I wanted to give you the chance to shout out what you just mentioned, which is Howler's Ridge.
Thank you,
which is
man.
so cool, man.
Yeah.
It's they're supporting veterans, people with substance use challenges, other trauma. I don't know if everyone, certainly our listeners, know what you went through with your sister. So if you're comfortable just kind of giving the backstory on that, and then, talk about how easy it's been putting this together with taxes and everything.
Oh my God, dude. I was literally on a call at 1:30 with our director, Megan, who's amazing. But Howler's Ridge, it's dead center between Livingston and Bozeman, 7,000 feet up on this ridge. Obviously, we know I love wolves, so I just put them together. And wolves are very communal, and hopefully this is as well. But yeah, with my sister, not to go crazy deep, but she used for 7 years and maybe a little more, preteen, and she got clean at 19, 20. And I took a lot of time off and kind of had her under my wing for 2 years. She relapsed around 6-7 times, Narcan twice in 3 days. And, she shouldn't be around, man, but she is. And she's sober 10 years almost now.
Hell yeah.
And her story is a fucking movie.
Yeah.
And so obviously the addiction part of that is really, really close to me. She's a nurse now and is incredible and kind of has that adventure that I have in me. And so she's always buzzing around. She did a trip around the world by herself when she got clean. So she's just an amazing message to not just addiction, but to women that have come through trauma as well. So she's an incredible example. And then, of course, the veteran community, which, a lot of my buddies, Marcus will tell you, he's clean. Painkillers are a big thing. Fentanyl patches are a big thing with the vet community. My sis was fentanyl pills and everything else, to be honest. But her drug of choice was fentanyl. But it was, it just feels like an organic thing. And then to go back to the nature part of it, I think when you're using, I called Marcus up one day when I didn't know where to go or take my sis, and he's got a beautiful little ranch, and he was just, these guys, man, it's like you ask for literally anything. It's not even a question. And he's just like, bring her here. There's no fentanyl. There's no drugs on this ranch, man. Bring her here. Well, at least we know we'll keep her sober and clean for 10 days, and we'll keep her busy. And he was amazing. And so it's like when you're using, I think the first thing obviously is to understand what your problem is, but also to take yourself out of that environment that you've created, right? So that's what this kind of represents, an environment of change and a safe place to kind of engage within yourself and whatever you're dealing with. And my family has never been the same after, she came out with a lot of stuff. And so it's going to affect the families too, hopefully in a positive way, and help guys, women get back on track. And that's the plan, man. And it's called Howler's Ridge. You can go to howlersridge.org and donate, or you can volunteer. You can help make a difference. And that's the goal.
Next summer, eh? We're trying.
Next summer, we got 2 full-time vets up there right now. We had a homeless vet up there for a while. And then it's 100% veteran built. right now. It won't be when it's done, just because it's tough.
Yeah.
To keep it at that level.
Yeah.
And obviously, if I'm slinging a fucking hammer up there, I'm making shit worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
And way
You're
more
breaking
unsafe.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Which I try and do. I'll do the grunt work for sure. But yeah, thanks for bringing that up, man.
Of course, man. It's such a
gonna
beautiful thing.
Yeah, appreciate it.
And you
Yeah.
brought the sweat lodge, eh? Didn't
No,
you?
it's
You got the
absolutely
sweat
Yeah,
amazing.
we just finished the Sweat Lodge like 6 weeks ago, and then it's made out of willows, and obviously the shaman and his wife built it with me, and it's incredible. It's I'm not whining here, but it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And so obviously when you finish the Sweat Lodge, he's like, all right, let's do a sweat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, you're like, I got nothing to give here,
Yeah,
pal.
I'm like fucking gassed out. And he's like, all right, let's get in here for 2 hours. And it was a beautiful experience. And he's an amazing guy. And he's been 19 plus years, this guy has been working with veterans in and around Montana, all over. And he's worked a lot with women and trauma too. So it's a great fit. He's a great guy. And, it's just a natural way to kind of break that vice. It really is a beautiful experience. And it all depends on how open you are, right?
Mhm, definitely.
If you're not open to shit, it doesn't matter your religion, anything, none of that matters when you're in that lodge. So, it's a beautiful thing if you allow it to be.
Yeah.
Dude, that sweat must have been like fighting back-to-back nights at the whack.
Dude, yeah. Talk about
you
being
kidding
broken.
me, dude?
Talk about being broken. That's
I
what we're
love
at.
it.
Oh, beautiful stuff. Well, it's amazing you're doing that, man. And to wrap you up, like CP said, we're gonna finish you off here with a game that we play with everyone. It's called Pass, Shoot, Score. Basically, it's a ranking system. We're gonna give you 3 things. You've got to rank them either pass, shoot, or score. Goes down the line. Passing's great, but shooting's better. Scoring's the ultimate goal. So scoring's going to be your favorite.
These might be the hardest ones we've ever made. So
These are again, talk about being broken. These are going to break you.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Your first category is movies. So your pass, shoot, score is Airplane, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid,
Oh my God, this is impossible. You've done your fucking research.
and Slapshot.
Oh my God, man. Newman is a massive influence, and obviously his charitable work speaks for itself. Airplane is where our humor comes from. I would do sleepovers with this guy named Keith Peterson, who's a great player. And then Slapshot raised me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pass Airplane.
Fuck.
I know when he's going through the fucking terminal
Dude.
and people are asking for charitable shit and he's
Oh my God, man.
rolling off their back.
Yeah.
It's fucking unbelievable.
I guess I'll pass Airplane. Shoot. Damn. I'll shoot. Fuck. Butch Cassidy. I'll shoot Butch.
Wow.
And then I'll say score Slapshot.
Hey,
man.
it was influential for us,
Yeah,
boys.
it sure was.
Like, I get it.
Newman's in both. So
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I checked both boxes there. So that's okay. Yeah, I'm sticking with that.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
that's good.
Yep,
That's well done.
Me too. Okay, your next category is your Christmas decorations.
Oh my God, man.
Your 30-foot Santa, your Grinches, or your gingerbread man.
Also, Kitsch, I need to know, are these fucking inflatables?
Yes.
You white
All the
trash
above.
He is,
motherfucker.
though.
dude.
He is.
Oh, I'm so trash, man. So trash. I get kids leaving cookies on my doorstep, man, in Christmas.
That is, dude, we're huge Christmas guys, so this
Huge.
fires
Yeah,
me
we
up.
also go full Griswold.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it is
Oh,
a
you
have
joke.
to.
It's
Have
a
to.
joke. Yeah.
I'm going to text you. I'm going to text you after this, the latest and greatest, too.
Oh, wow. We've got a new addition. I fucking love
Yeah,
it.
it's a 25-foot reindeer. Oh my God. I'm going to score with Santa.
Yep.
30-foot Santa, come on.
Has to.
By the way, that's not cheap.
No.
Like, I literally called my business manager and was like, hey, I'm going to have this. You're going to see this come up on the fucking Amex here.
We just make this, move some stuff around, make this work. Yeah.
Okay, definitely score with Santa, shoot, Grinch, pass, gingerbread.
Again, I
like
think
it.
that's right.
I like it.
think
I like
that's
it.
right.
Yeah.
He's on a fucking roll.
Yep.
God, this is and what I'm fired up now is this, like, come Christmas season, we're all going to be chatting and
correct.
comparing all of our
100%.
decorations.
100%. You got to show me what you guys are made of.
Oh,
too.
dude, you'll love it,
Oh,
bro.
yeah, no doubt about it, dude. Like, you're going to see me scaling the chimney up in Maine.
Yeah, great.
All right, your next category, which we've teased a little bit through here, is your photos.
Oh, God.
Pass, shoot, score. The wolf looking down the barrel. That's your phone screen.
Yep.
The eagle in the snowstorm at Yellowstone.
Beautiful.
And the polar bear in Alaska.
Polar Bear Churchill, Manitoba.
That was
Canada.
Manitoba.
That was
Okay,
Manitoba.
nice.
Okay.
By the way, they have a curfew there, and there's a siren that goes off at 10 p, meaning there's nobody doing the perimeter checks.
Yeah,
and
okay.
polar bears will roam through that town. It's no joke.
Was that the scariest moment of your fucking life, dude?
That was like, they say, what is it? Black won't attack, brown lay down, white say goodnight.
Yeah, say goodnight. That's what I'm saying. Like, that must have been the scariest moment of your life.
When I first saw my first polar bear, I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
Never forget it. Just in awe of these fucking animals. Incredible. Oh my God. We called that white wolf, that was a female alpha, and we had watched her for probably 30 hours. So there's a little bit of more emotional attachment there.
That's epic.
And we were fucking crab walking up this finger of these mountains, and you howl, right? And hopefully they howl back, and that's how you can learn a location. And I was howling, and we were glassing that mountain range, and she howled back, and she was way up the mountain, almost at the top of these fingers, and she was howling, and there's other wolves around, and I had my camera on this rock, and I was with one of my best mates, and he was like, oh, she disappeared. And I pulled focus to the top of this hill where if she disappeared and was coming to be curious of what was going on, I had focus where she was going to pop up. And of course she did. And she came up to 40 yards. She was away from us.
Wow, dude.
And she gave me 5 seconds and then walked away back into the drainage. So that is score for me.
Yeah.
And we called her Ghost.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep. And then Eagle in a Snowstorm was backcountry Yellowstone. And that was 8 hours. I was waiting on a carcass in my van, in my adventure van with my buddy who's here actually now, Kevin. We were playing Monopoly Deal in the van.
Sick.
Sitting
Sick.
the best. One,
So
I will
sick.
fucking crush anybody in Monopoly.
Oh,
Deal.
wow,
I will
okay,
put my
all right.
name down. We'll do it in studio one day
Yeah.
and we'll
Yeah.
fucking play some Monopoly.
That's so good.
I take that game way too serious. It's so personal when you deal break me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
it
I
is.
take it so personal, man.
You might as well kill my family,
Yeah.
dude. It's I go fucking hard with that shit.
It's like you play the deal break and then push in the VCR video cassette, and there's my family.
Yeah.
Been just pillaged in a corner in an attic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it is.
Yeah. Correct.
I really do. I get mean,
Yeah.
and
You have to. You have to win,
Yeah,
to be honest.
you do.
You have to win.
And then I don't know if it was you or me that saw this black wolf come down this drainage, but we get out of the van. Everybody is left. There's a blizzard now. Everybody has left. There's like maybe one other car. This guy out of Colorado, and with his girlfriend. And Black Wolf comes. He's feeding on the carcass, and we're like, "Oh my God, this is incredible, man!" We're like 30 yards from this beautiful wolf eating on this elk that had slipped and broke his legs the night before. And fucking we looked down I don't know, down this beat up road, 19 wolves.
Oh my God.
Come crossing this road. And I'm like, grab Kev, and I'm like, fucking grab that. So he's got footage of his phone. I had my long lens on the other guy's hood. And that black wolf I thought was part of the pack. And so that black wolf started like really low howls. No bueno.
Yeah.
So he leaves, and the 19 take over the carcass. The alpha pitch comes over, and it's very tough to understand who the alpha is. You need time with a pack to understand.
Yeah.
And my guess, it was this alpha because of the way they greeted, and then that alpha didn't even look at that carcass. It went, I have all this on video, by the way. It goes like 10 feet off the carcass, dialed into that black wolf. And he or she they start communicating, and the wolves are eating, and he calls them off the carcass, and they go kill the black wolf.
No
Holy
way.
shit.
Yeah, man. So I heard the pack get after this black wolf behind this big hill that went into the mountain. And so we're running down this road to try and go capture it, but they were way, way too far gone. But anyways, there's that eagle above the carcass in the snowstorm. And I was like, fuck, I can't go get that shot. I can't witness that. So I came back, and it was incredible, a great moment. So I'll say, damn, the polar bear's the other one.
Yeah.
That is a wild story for that eagle
I
shot,
know,
though. Like, you
dude.
would never
Jesus
guess that all
Christ.
that went down
That's
before that
another
eagle
fucked
shot.
up story with that polar bear, man. I was with that guide and one of my best mates, Mark LaBelle, who's in Dirty Honey, the band. And we went up there, and the polar bear, we were trying to get this silhouette of the polar bear. We were really far away. And so we parked strategically thinking the polar bear is going to get behind the sun. And fucking lo and behold, man, this polar bear took our tracks of the van and was coming straight towards the van.
Dude.
And I asked Drew, our biologist and our guide, I'm like, can I get out of the van? And he's like, don't leave the van within a meter. And so I went under the bumper in the front and hunkered in with the long lens. And that polar bear was coming straight at me. And I got the shot, man. I got the fucking shot. And a little bit of luck for sure. So that was an incredible encounter. I'll say polar bear shoot. No, I'm going to say eagle shoot, polar bear pass.
Damn.
Insane story.
Damn. Yeah.
Holy
All three.
shit.
All three.
So
But
great,
they're so
man.
beautiful, dude. You're doing, like, I mean, I know it's your passion anyway, but you are doing such a good job. The
Oh, it's
pictures are
fantastic.
insane.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
fucking
it's
unreal.
epic, dude.
Yeah. I'm going to walk you into this bedroom real quick.
Yeah, do it.
Kev's staying in there, so God knows what's going to happen. But this is another story that's, I don't know if you can see this.
Oh,
grizzly.
yeah.
God.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that was, so the most famous grizzly in the world died last year, Grizzly 319 of the Teton, Queen of the Tetons. She had a lot of cubs, and one of her cubs is Grizzly 610, and that's Grizzly 610 daughter.
Wow.
So that's the granddaughter
Yeah.
of the most famous grizzly that ever
That's
lived.
sick.
Insane.
Well, dude, I mean, here's the thing. Like, I just moved into a new place, and I need a ton of wall art.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm telling you,
Dude,
Kitsch's,
I'm
Kitsch's
gonna,
photos are going to be on
I'm
my
going to
wall.
auction these photos off for the charity.
Oh, there you go.
sick.
Boom.
Perfect.
Done.
Yep.
So give me $50,000 and I'll send you a polar bear photo.
Perfect.
Done. Done.
Going to a good cause. It's going to a good cause.
Now
Okay.
you won't talk about all these scripts and shit you got going.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta shut my mouth. I mean, I
Yeah.
feel like I do that, it'll be a little bit less than the 30-foot Santa, so that'll be fine.
Yeah, totally. And I really won't blame you if you go for the 30-footer.
Yeah.
Like, listen, that's a tough choice.
Okay, Kitsch, here's your last category, and you've mentioned all these guys already, so I know this one's going to be hard for you.
Yeah.
This category is legends in their field. Pass, shoot, score. Steve Yzerman, Stevie Wonder.
Score.
Paul Newman.
Oh my God! I thought you were going hockey.
No.
Only.
No.
Legends in their specific field.
No, this is about to get a lot worse for you, too.
Steve Yzerman, Paul Newman, Mike Phillips.
This is fucking wrong.
Hey, maybe we can let him go Hattie if he wants.
Yeah,
the triple score.
We do allow one hat trick. So if you need to score all three, we get it.
If I have a mentor, it's Phillips.
Right.
He's done so much for conservation, and he's got it. You can look him up on Spotify. He's got an incredible. He talks about not just wolves, but grizz in Alaska, and he's been doing it since the early '80s. I was just on the Flying D Ranch fishing with him, and just an amazing guy. He's taught me so much about wolves and what's going on. But Newman has had such a fucking huge effect on me. I mean, Stevie White, I can't. He's the one-all, be-all, man.
I know.
I was fucking 6 wearing number 19.
Was it your brother? I think you said, like, how come you guys were Wings fans? Yeah.
Yeah, my bro, and he's Cranbrook, BC, which is not far from
sick.
K-Town.
That's cool.
Dude, I got to tell you, we obviously, like Chris said, we grew up in Maine, but I was a Wings fan too because of Lidstrom. So, like, I was all in on these teams you're talking about. Like, it was fucking the best.
I mean, Lidstrom, I know Bobby Orr. It wasn't my time, obviously, but he's got to be. How many Norrises does Lidstrom have? 7?
I think Lidstrom.
So.
Well, no, I think Bobby has 8.
Bobby won 8 in a row.
And
Get out of here.
Yeah,
8 in a row.
Bobby has
8 in a row.
Yeah. And dude, I forget who the guy is, but one of the great stories is Bobby Orr's rookie year. He came in second in Norris voting, and the guy who won goes, "I'm glad I won this now because that kid's gonna win the next 10." And then Bobby won the next 8,
and then retired.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Fucking crazy.
Okay, so Lidstrom 7.
I think Lidstrom has 6 or 7. I think it's like
7.
1. Yeah, 7.
Yeah.
I was like, he has 1 less, I think.
So I'll tell you a great hockey story to close it out. My best mate, I was doing Friday Night Lights, and my best friend Clarky, the aforementioned guy that murdered everyone in the whack after I got smashed. He calls me, and he was fighting for Laredo.
Oh, yeah.
And
dude, these are fucking crazy polls, these teams, by the way.
Laredo Bucks. And I only know this because he was on there. And I think he had 23 fights in 40-something games.
Yep. Insane.
Yep.
And he calls me, and he's like, "You're not going to fucking believe this. I have a main camp tryout with the Red Wings." And I'm like, "You're right.
Yeah,
I don't believe this at all.
I don't believe it.
I don't believe it." And he just got an agent. And of course he did. He wasn't lying. And so he's in Joe Louis Arena.
Oh my God.
And those FNL days, you had to say, "Hey, I want 2 days off. I'm going here for the weekend. Let me go." You need them to be like, "Yeah, you're allowed to go." Write you up. Literally write it up. I didn't tell anyone. I just fucking went. And he was telling me these stories. It's going to go back to Lidstrom. So he goes and fights Downey.
Holy shit, dude.
And knocks him out. You can look all. Downey will tell you this story. He took Clarky under his wing, actually, after. This is the NHL. This is the type of guys that are in the show, right?
Yeah.
You get knocked out, and you take the guy that knocked you out under your wing.
Yeah.
Like, who does that in any other sport?
No, nothing.
And so the AHL tough guy, he's got to fight the AHL tough guy now. So he knocks him out. And he's calling me, and he's like, "I don't know what's happening, but I'm lucky. I'm the luckiest fucking guy on the planet. Like, I had no right in knocking Downey out. I had no right in knocking this guy out." And he had great flow, the AHL guy. And, like, literally straight hair down his back. Like, I don't know his name, but anyways, now Clark's the guy.
Yep.
he's the guy.
Yeah.
And he was telling me he was playing with Datsuk, Hasek, Lidstrom, Holmstrom.
Hey, yeah.
And I think they won the fucking cup that year. It was 08 or 09.
Yeah, that must have been that must have been 08.
Beat Crosby.
It was 08. They beat Sid.
And so he was so nervous. His first lap, he bails in the corner and takes out Babcock.
Oh my fucking God, dude.
Takes him out. And they laugh it off and all this kind of shit. And now he's like, everyone's doing a little bit of a bag skate at the end of the thing. And he's nerves are like just eating him up. He's in a Red Wings practice fucking jersey. He doesn't even understand what's happening. Throws up in his glove.
Does he put it on?
Throws up in his glove. Trainer comes over, waves him to the bench, and he goes, "This is your last set."
Yeah.
Gives him a new set of mitts.
Yeah.
Doesn't throw up again, but he fights. I don't know if it was the Downey fight or the AHL guy, but Lidstrom comes to the box and gives him his gear, and he goes, "That a fucking kid."
That's
Dude,
fucking
that was
awesome.
it.
oh my
he's like,
God.
Oh,
I mean, I got chills.
Me too,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
I
same.
can't believe that.
same. Holy fuck, man.
Isn't that rad, man?
That's
Yeah.
the coolest thing
Like,
I've
of
ever heard.
all the guys to come over, too.
Coolest thing I've ever heard.
Mr. Perfect. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, Mr. Perfect, man. He really was.
Oh, that
So-
is
And then
unreal.
I got to see Yzerman I totally embarrassed myself, but shamelessly was yelling his name in the tunnel.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was nothing
when you were
but
there for the for the camp.
when he, went
Wow,
when he
that's
just
fucking
bailed
hilarious.
on the FNL set.
bailed.
God,
Fucking all time, dude.
absolutely epic.
Unbelievable. Dude, the last thing we're gonna do, and then truly we're done. I promise.
All good, man. I'm having a blast.
We do this thing called Career Hattie with all the boys, and we ask them to pick their 3 favorite goals of their career. And I know that you could do that, but we're gonna take it to the current career and do 3 favorite roles. So what are your 3
No
favorite
order, no
characters?
order. You don't have to
Yeah,
order
it doesn't need to be ranked, but just 3 favorite characters you've played.
Shit. I'm going on all these long diatribes.
But that's
So-
that's the best. Like that's now we know why you're making these picks.
Yeah.
Kevin Carter was massive because that got me. I went and understudied Jeff Lipsky in LA, who's still an amazing photographer, and learned to shoot on film. And that really was an amazing role for me, just because I've never, I just learned so much on the camera, and that stuck with me to literally today.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's so sick.
that's unbelievable.
I'd say Kev is in there. That was a wild shoot, man. It was in South Africa. We were shooting in like the townships. There's like true violence, and I learned a lot, which is the beauty of my job. So it was about the first free election where Mandela got elected, and these guys are war photographers. Great book called The Bang Bang Club, and movie. But the book is incredible. Lone Survivor, obviously with the SEAL community, and Marcus and Ray Mendoza and all these guys that are in my life now. I had no idea about a lot of just everything that they go through and the type of guys they are. And then, I learned so much on Normal Heart.
Oh, great one.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was actually
Yeah.
wondering if Normal
I'm
Heart-
not going to throw Normal Heart in there because Waco was where I had 6 months prep, man. And Waco was the turn for me as an actor, like to learn my process and what makes me go. And that was the scary role. And I was judging Koresh for the first 3 months of the 6. So it was like a big border of like, I didn't have a full engagement, and I was really judging him, it's quite easy to do. And I would call one of the Dowdles who directed it at like 2 a.m, and I'm like trying to ask all these questions. And then a month before the shoot, I called my manager and I tried to get off. I tried to fucking get off.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. I was like, hey, I know there's going to be a repercussion, but if you can get me off this shoot, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to do it. It's too much. It's too much pressure. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm out. And she's like, I'll make some calls tomorrow.
Yeah.
But you gotta give me some time here, and you gotta take some time. And obviously I'm very grateful. This is
No, I could tell.
Yeah, this is from Dan Murphy for Lone Survivor, which is cool. And then that was a real article from Waco. But as an actor, that really, really just created a whole world for me to dive into and understand myself through the process and blah, blah, blah. But it was, so I'll say Lone, Waco, and Kev Carter.
That fires me up to hear because I fucking loved Waco, and for your career, that trailer was the first time where I was like, holy fucking shit, this guy's completely transformed. Like the trailer was spooky.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, Taylor looks insane.
Dude,
right
your fucking singing lesson story for that fucking killed me. Dude. Dude,
amidst that role, like that story.
Talk about like an ego, like humbling moment, man.
Dude, you're trying to sign the piano.
Yeah. Next to like Celine Dion, Ariana Grande.
Yeah, bro, that was so funny.
Oh my God. I forgot about that. Man, what a time. Yeah, I mean, literally I have these crazy monologues in this next one. And I'm still panicking, but I literally go back to Waco being like, fuck, if you can do those
for sure.
religious monologues and learn the Bible inside out and 5-7 minute monologues, then I can do this. So
definitely
it helps.
Yeah.
But yeah, still scared shitless with this one.
Yeah. Good. Means you care, dude.
Yeah, totally.
You know?
Well, buddy, we could fucking talk to you for 10 hours here.
Truly, man.
But we can't thank you enough for coming on. This has been a blast. Before we let you jump off, is there anything you want to plug or shout out?
No, man, I just want to say thanks for taking the time with Howler's Ridge, and I really appreciate you guys doing research. You know, I'll do, massive journalists that don't do half the research you guys do, so I appreciate it. Truly, man. These can be a little grueling at times.
Yeah.
And this is an actor whining about press, but yeah, I really do appreciate it. So thanks. And I'm all yours next time. Let's go again.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, well, we're tracking wolves.
Let's track some wolves.
Yeah, 100%.
Fucking bring it on, man.
Yeah.
Bring
You know
it
what?
on, truly.
Fuck the spring. Let's do it in the
Come on, Dan.
Come on.
Let's go.
I want to be in the shit.
Yeah, exactly. Me too.
Oh, well,
Let's
dude,
go.
thank you so much, brother. This was a fucking blast.
Wow. That was unbelievable. Taylor Kitsch is unbelievable. I would do that with him every day of the week if he wanted.
I can't wait to go to Montana and track wolves.
Same.
Unreal. Legendary guy. Fantastic episode. That's going to do it for us today. We will see you on Thursday when we get into the weeds on Youngblood with our good friend Billy Langdon.
Wow.
Fantastic stuff. We can't wait to see you then. Until we do, Texas forever and skate hard.